Good morning, everybody. It is pizza month here at Toque Blanche in Half Moon Bay and Santa Cruz. And if you read our newsletter, we talked about the Mark Bittman recipe from the New York Times. I want to show you a few things about that today. We're using our 00 flour. Here I have some dough that has risen for a couple of hours according to the recipe. And I'm going to show you how to shape it to let it do its little bit of a second rise. You want to sprinkle just a little bit of flour on the board. You don't want to clump it up too much. I like to keep a bowl with some separate flour in there. In case your hands get dirty and gunky, you can just throw that little bit of flour away rather than digging into the whole bin. So here we have our dough. It's nice and risen, but we want to get it shaped into a ball to rise for the final bit. And you want a nice tight, just a little bit of flour on there, nice tight skin on it, and that's going to really help it with the shape it. So what you want to do is kind of tuck and then squeeze lightly with the middle part of your hand, just to kind of form that. And then if you find it slipping a little too much, like it is right now, just move that flour out of the way, and then use the tackiness of the board to help you. So now we're getting a nice taut skin wrapping around the edge. And I'm kind of pinching and then pushing on that like that. And that's going to help close it up and get a good tight seal. And then the other thing I like to do to sort of get rid of this, again, working with the tackiness of the dough, the very light hand, just kind of move it around in a circle like that. And then what you're going to do, put it in, see it closes it up nice. Put it in a little bit of the flour, a little bit of flour on top, and then you're going to put some saran wrap right on top of that one, and that's going to sit for about 20 minutes to get a little bit softer since you just worked it a little bit. Now over here, I have one that we did, and now I'm going to show you how to shape it without a rolling pin. And hopefully, looks like I may not have put enough flour on this one. So we're just going to use our bench scraper. That'll help. There we go. All right. So what you want to do, again, a little bit of flour on the surface, but not too much. I'm going to kind of pat that out. And then we're going to take and grab it like this. You sort of stretch and pinch. You're grabbing and just lightly doing that. And this is going to, you're leaving a little bit of dough above your thumb. And that is going to help form the crust. And then gravity is doing the work as far as stretching it out. So it's not necessarily going to be perfectly round, but that's okay. And you can, a little bit in there. So just keep going. Until it gets to be about, a manageable size. Once it starts dripping a little too much, then what we're going to do is flour that. We're going to try and get this even a little thinner, but again, without a cutting rolling pin. We're going to use our hands. So what you want to do is actually do it on the back of your knuckles. And just kind of, again, like we were doing with our thumbs, but a little more surface area. Just kind of stretch like that. So, just like that. And just move gently. And again, just let the gravity do the work. All right, and then you might get some holes. It's okay. Just seal them back up like that. And then you keep going. There's a little bit of flour on there just to help seal it. And then just keep doing that. Then you have a nice, thin recipe of pizza dough. Again, it's not round. You should not trust a round pizza. You have a little bit thicker edges. If you want to be daring, you could toss it up in the air. They don't pay me enough for that.